Kinahan's journey began as a successful boxing manager, where he managed some of Ireland's top boxers and co-founded the MGM Marbella Gym, becoming a major player in the world of boxing. He went on to found MTK Global, one of the most successful boxing management companies in the world, managing some of the biggest names in the sport. However, Kinahan's success was overshadowed by his alleged involvement in the notorious Kinahan drug cartel, which was linked to the drug trafficking, money laundering, and other criminal activities. Kinahan was suspected of being the leader of the organization, raising concerns about the integrity of the sport of boxing. Join us as we delve into the unbelievable rise and downfall of Daniël Kinahan, exploring his impact on the world of boxing and the legacy he leaves behind. The world of organized crime has always fascinated people, and the story of Daniël Kinahan is no exception. Kinahan was a notorious Irish gangster who rose to power in the underworld, becoming one of the most feared and respected criminal kingpins in Europe. However, his empire eventually crumbled and he went from being a powerful figure to a pariah, living in exile and shunned by society. Daniël Kinahan's rise to fame and notoriety began in the early 2000s when he became involved in the world of boxing. He quickly made a name for himself as a savvy businessman and a generous patron of the sport. He managed some of Ireland's top boxers, including Matthew Macklin and Jamie Moore. Kinahan was also one of the co-founders of the MGM Marbella Gym, which became a hub for Irish boxers and celebrities. The gym was praised for its world-class facilities for helping Irish boxers prepare for major fights. Kinahan's involvement in the gym helped establish him as a major player in the world of boxing. Kinahan's influence in the boxing world continued to grow as he helped establish the boxing management company MTK Global. The company has become one of the most successful boxing management companies in the world, managing some of the biggest names in boxing, including Tyson Fury and Billy Joe Saunders. Kinahan's business acumen and ability to build strong relationships with boxers and promoters made him a valuable asset to the company. Kinahan's success in the boxing industry also helped him establish a strong network of relationships with politicians, celebrities, and other prominent figures in Ireland and beyond. He was seen as a respected businessman and philanthropist known for his generosity and willingness to give back to the community. In the early 2000s, Kinahan founded the Kinahan Cartel, a criminal organization that would go on to become one of the most notorious and powerful in Europe. The cartel's activities included drug trafficking, arms dealing, and money laundering, and it quickly became a major force in the world of organized crime. While Kinahan rose to fame as a successful boxing manager and co-founder of the MGM Marbella Gym, his alleged involvement in the Kinahan Cartel has a casting shadow over his legacy. The Kinahan Cartel is known for its involvement in the drug trafficking, money laundering, and other criminal activities. The organization is believed to have links to other organized crime groups throughout Europe and beyond. The cartel has been implicated in a number of high-profile crimes, including the murder of journalist Veronica Guerin. While Kinahan has denied any involvement in the Kinahan Cartel, his name has been linked to the organization by the law enforcement agencies and the media. Kinahan is suspected of being the leader of the organization, with his alleged involvement in the cartel raising concerns about the integrity of the sport of boxing. Despite these allegations, Kinahan has continued to be involved in the sport of boxing. He founded MTK Global, one of the most successful boxing management companies in the world, managing some of the biggest names in the sport. However, his alleged involvement in the Kinahan Cartel has tarnished his reputation and raised questions about the true nature of his business dealings. Before we move on, support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Now let's get back to our topic. One of the things that set the Kinahan Cartel apart from the other criminal organizations was its involvement in the world of professional boxing. Kinahan had a particular passion for the sport, and he quickly realized that it could be a lucrative way to launder money and gain influence. Under Kinahan's guidance, the Kinahan Cartel became heavily involved in the boxing world, managing a number of high-profile fighters and organizing major events. The cartel's involvement in boxing brought into the contact with some of the biggest names in the sport, including world champions and high-profile promoters. Kinahan's downfall began in 2016 when a member of the Hutch gang was shot dead in Dublin Hotel. The Hutch gang was believed to be in a feud with the Kinahan Cartel. The murder sparked a wave of retaliatory killings, including the murder of Kinahan's associate David Byron at a boxing weigh-in at Dublin. The Irish government launched a major investigation into the Kinahan Cartel, and Kinahan's name began to appear in the media. Kinahan tried to distance himself from the cartel, claiming that he was no longer involved in boxing or any other business. However, his name continued to be linked to the cartel, and he became a major target of law enforcement in 2020. The US government sanctioned Kinahan for his alleged involvement in international drug trafficking and other criminal activities. Kinahan's downfall was further cemented when he was named in a major documentary by Irish broadcaster RTE. The documentary claimed that Kinahan was still involved in the Kinahan cartel and that he was using legitimate businesses to launder money and expand his criminal empire. The documentary sparked widespread outrage in Ireland, and Kinahan became a pariah in the Irish business community. As a result of the documentary, Kinahan was forced to step down from his role as an advisor to the boxing management company MTK Global. He also faced criticism from prominent figures in the boxing world, including Tyson Fury and Billy Joe Saunders. Kinahan's reputation was in tatters, and his future looked bleak. The rise and downfall of Daniël Kinahan is a cautionary tale of the dangers of power, crime, and infamy. Kinahan's story is a reminder of the devastating impact that organized crime can have on communities and societies, and the need for strong and effective law enforcement to combat it. Despite its downfall, Kinahan's legacy lives on. His involvement in the boxing world has left a lasting impact on this sport, and his name is still whispered in hushed tones in the criminal underworld. Kinahan's alleged involvement in organized crime has drawn attention to corruption in the sport of boxing. The sport has long been plagued by allegations of corruption and match fixing, and Kinahan's association with the all sport has brought these issues to the forefront. Kinahan was a passionate advocate of the sport of boxing. He believed that the sport could help people develop discipline and self-confidence, and he worked tirelessly to promote the sport in Ireland and beyond. Kinahan's legacy is a complicated one. On the one hand, he was a successful businessman and a passionate advocate for the sport of boxing. On the other, his alleged involvement in organized crime has tarnished his reputation and raised questions about the sport's integrity. Kinahan's legacy is one that will continue to be debated and discussed for years to come. The story of Daniël Kinahan is a gripping tale of power, crime, and infamy. Kinahan's rise to power in the underworld was fueled by his family connections and his charisma, along with his willingness to use violence to get what he wanted. However, his empire eventually crumbled, and he went from being a powerful figure to a pariah living in exile and shunned by society. Despite his downfall, Kinahan's legacy lives on, and the story serves as a reminder of the devastating impact that organized crime can have on a community and societies. Kinahan's story is a warning to others who may be tempted to follow in his footsteps, and a reminder that crime ultimately does not pay. So that's it. Please like, share, and comment your thoughts below if you liked the video. Remember to subscribe to see our next video.